Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. This is Xavier with Luxury Homes Johannesburg. Today, once again, we are honored and privileged to be with Francois Marais from Francois Marais Architects here in Bedfordview, leading architecture firm in South Africa, and once again taking us on a tour of this magnificent ultra-modern design. Francois, without further ado, please take us on.
Xavier, thank you very much. Xavier, I think this particular stand has been one of the more challenging stands that we've worked with. Initially, when the client purchased the stand, he purchased on a very, very high copy, and it's here in Bedfordview on a reach, and the entire residence is actually located on a rock. So if you carefully look underneath the house, you will see that the house is actually perched up on a rock. And we actually utilized the rock in the design in order to feature the residence, and you can see it has cantilevering balconies, and it has very angular lines, that together with the square lines. So we tried to soften the lines with of the square with some angular lines, and by doing that we created overhangs and balconies on the stand. So in approaching the residence, you can see that this section has been cut out between this rock, and it forms vertical cliff faces on either side with very angular lines that we've emphasized within the house.
Highly unusual indeed.
So in the design of the residence, because the design of the house actually blends and mends with the stand, we have So what we've done with the particular residence is that we have taken the stone finish that we have got on the outside on the copy, and we have brought that look through the house to form rustic elements in this very, very modern residence that, so that you get the juxtaposition of the steel. Sorry, just let this close. So you get the juxtaposition of the steel, the concrete, the natural elements of the stone, the water that we've got underneath as the water feature, and here you can clearly see the angular lines that we've used that create overhangs and balconies on the residence in order to protect certain areas, like our bedrooms, which we've got at the top there, and in the center of the residence we've got our living area. So because of the complex nature of the stand, we have done basement garages where the garages enter underneath the house, and we've elevated the balance of the residence to sit on top of this rock that we have that we've had on the stand that we needed to work with. So in approaching the front door, we've gone for a different design style on the front door, and we have done a sliding door instead of doing a pivot door. That way you can get a very nice large open area in order to walk through as you approach the residence. So this central feature of the residence here is the staircase. So because we have a staircase that goes from the basement up and also going up to the top, we're using this element as a element that actually links and combines everything together, and we've brought the stone element through, and that together with your modern finishes, the stainless steel balustrading, creating that juxtaposition of the different materials with each other. On the left-hand side, we've got a guest room, but we'll go through that in a bit more detail as we move to the upstairs.
Perfect. Now,
so a very different and modern concept that we did in this particular residence is this space here, which is actually our family room. So our family room is actually equipped more as a cinema, and it actually has a multifunctional use, where we can actually use it either as a cinema, which if you do close these doors, it then becomes a fully integrated cinema that you can use, and then that on that side it links through to your kitchen and your family living space. And on this side, it links through to your entertainment. So the family wanted to separate the entertainment spaces from the living spaces, and we have a series of doors here that can close off certain sections of the home. On this side here, we've got stacking doors that actually go into the wall, our cavity sliders, and it then separates this more as your family and dining area here. And on this side, it then is more your entertainment with a small integrated bar that we did here. You've got your little lounge area plus your dining facilities. You've got your braais and all your facilities, even up to a dishwasher that we've got in this area while you're entertaining. And then from here, we have then our stacking doors here that open up to the entertainment area, and it forms a completely integrated feel between your entertainment area and your covered patio when you are entertaining, as you can still keep this door closed to keep the noise separate from your kitchen and the other areas. Or if you want to do a big function, you can actually open up everything, and it then gives you this completely open and integrated look where you can entertain a huge party in this area. As you can see, we love to blur the line from the inside to the outside, and the transition is seamless from the in to the outside. The only difference is obviously the use of material, showing what is inside and outside within this particular space.
Truly fascinating. Very, what's the word, versatile.
Yeah. It's you know, with a large residence and also with people entertaining often, it's nice to have that flexibility that you can actually determine how open or closed you would like the particular venue to be and how you entertain within that space. So when we were at the bottom, there were these two columns which actually support the swimming pool. So the entire swimming pool here is completely suspended in the air, where the residence is partially perched on top of the rock. The foundations on this residence was a challenge, because the engineer had a look at the soil conditions and found that the rock was actually of such a nature that we don't have to duplicate the foundations. So all we had to do, in actual fact, is anchor the house onto the rock so that it doesn't effectively slide off of the rock. So moving through to this side, we've got your, which functions more as like a casual lounge area here. As we spoke earlier, we've got the family room, which is the central area there, which integrates effectively with your entertainment area. It integrates with your kitchen on this side here, and it becomes a completely multifunctional room that one can use. So we've got a dining room which is a more formal setup as a dining area here, and the reason for that is because we've got a fully equipped kitchen and dining area which is on the patio. So you can either do formal dining if you want, if the weather conditions are not good, or if you want to open everything up on that side, you can sit on the patio and entertain out onto the beautiful views of Johannesburg. The whole house has been structured around the views on the stand. We've got west-facing views towards Johannesburg, and for that reason we've put blinds in places where we can actually monitor the quality of the light and the heat, and we've also put in very large overhangs on the western side so that the western side is protected from the sun up to a certain stage. So our kitchen is here with a scullery and a pantry area located behind me here. And then we've got a very beautiful breakfast area as a family where they could sit together in the morning and look at this beautiful view on this side here. And this space actually opens on both sides, so you can use it as a breezeway for the air to come through here. And it also looks out onto this beautiful koi pond which is behind me. So you can actually open this up and
protected.
We've got security on guard. So yeah, so the kitchen, we've also put sliding windows in the kitchen so that that area can slide open completely. It looks out onto the back wall here because our view is mainly towards our western side there. So we were not particularly worried about looking into the rock wall at the back here. And this wall behind us is actually very old. And we've left it as it is because we felt it represented the character and nature of the stand and the residence, so it kind of integrates and blends in with our property and our style. So here we're using a bit of trickery on the wall. This actually is a wallpaper and not real concrete, but it actually looks very real, and it gives you that play with various materials in the house, the steel outside, the glass, the modern tiles, the wooden finish in the kitchen, and you can see the integrated wood that we've brought into certain sections on the house.
Yeah, you sure had me with that concrete. Beautiful.
So down this area here, we've got some family entertainment spaces and also a fully equipped gym. So this area can then be utilized for entertainment for the kids or for the family if they like. And from here we have then access to the gym, and there's a bathroom which is directly behind us. So something interesting just to note on the planning of the residence, because we've got a residence that is actually planned over 3 levels, we had a dumbwaiter fitted here. It's a small lift that actually goes from the bottom all the way to the top. So if you've got groceries, you can actually place them in here. It goes up to the first floor, you can take it out there. Or if you have suitcases when you're traveling, you can then take the suitcases, place them in there, and then from there come into the garage. So looking at the garage, we've got the spaces just blending into this area. You can see we've got a very high ceiling level in the garage here, which we did in order to level the residence on the ground floor. So on the ground floor, everything is actually on one level, and we've utilized this as a filler in order to create that level platform to work on, so that we don't have any stairs within the house on the ground floor level. So this gives you a very nice vantage point of this central staircase feature, and you can see how beautiful it is with the curved stairs and how it integrates with each other. Creates a very nice dynamic flow with the stairs and the balustrading, and with the natural rock in the back, obviously pulling the outside rock through into the inside of the house to create that flow of space. Indoor-outdoor feel, yes. So on the back here, we've created this stone wall in the center, and we've got very small windows to the left and right, mainly just to let light into this area so that we don't look onto the neighbors, and also that they don't look into us. As we come up to the top of the landing here, we've got a small library area that the clients had designed here. So they can utilize this to sit here. There's a space where they can put their library and their books so that they can utilize this area and just enjoy this space. This is one of the other bedrooms. So we've the client wanted screens designed in such a way so that the bathroom can be separate from the room. So if you wanted to have privacy from the room, we could still have the privacy, and it still creates that integrated feel between the room and the bathroom, which they like. They like that open feel with a modern bathroom feel, but still maintaining your privacy if you want. So if you look at the top, we've actually got clear story windows that run all the way around the top. So it's a device that we use, first of all, to bring light into the spaces. And in the dressing rooms, we've used that as well, so that the light comes in from the top, so that you can see that you don't need any window in that space, which usually takes up some space of your cupboard. And trying to keep the spaces compact, but still light. It's a nice device that we use to get light into the property. Because of these cantilevered balconies and the angles that we've used on the residence, we've created doors that actually open from all of the bedrooms so that you can actually utilize this balcony. And we've got doors that stack into the walls here also. So all the doors stack, and that way creating a maximum opening and space. And as you can see, the views here are absolutely spectacular. So we tried to capture that from every angle that we were able, and we've positioned certain rooms in a more premium position than others. So the second and third bedrooms, the third and fourth bedrooms being one above the other on this side, and the guest room and this room almost being a duplicate copy of each other. And then on the other side, we've got another bedroom and the main bedroom on that side, which I can take you to now.
Perfect.
Something also just to bring to attention, all the doors in the residence except the garage door is a sliding door. We've used no swing doors in the house. Everything was cavity sliding door, so everything goes into the wall. It creates a completely different feel, and it's also nice because the door is actually completely out of the path. So this space here is what we would call your pajama lounge. So the pajama lounge, on the back there we've got a little coffee station with a fridge and a kettle and a space to do a little wash up if you like, with a study which is within this area that one can utilize as a more work from home space if you like, and then that going through then to a space at the back here where the lady liked to sew and things. She made her own clothes, etc. So the cupboards on my right hand side here was for all the materials and everything that she needed. And then also, if the space gets a bit messy there, we've got a
surprise, a sliding door.
We have a sliding door so that if you enter into this space, it feels nice and formal. And you can utilize this area as a more formalized space where that space could be slightly more messy, but you can still use it. And this is the dumbwaiter, or the little lift that we had fitted. So this then goes directly into that basement lobby, so that if you want to have luggage, you can put your luggage here, it goes down. You don't need to lug anything down the staircase. So also just important to note in this space here is that we have also done it so that it integrates completely out onto this balcony space here, with your stacking doors which go into the wall here, so that you can get maximum benefit of the space as an inside-outside living space. And what we're trying to do all along in this residence is make it connect to the outside, because this is just absolutely mind-blowing. So yeah, so if you look back on this side here, Xavier, you kind of get a bird's eye view of this area here, where you can see the overhangs that we've created, and so you can see the sharp corners of the house behind and the angular lines that just soften the lines a bit, and by doing that it creates the balcony overhangs that we use to go out from the various bedrooms. So going through towards our main bedroom. So the main bedroom, opening up on this side, nice double doors coming in. Once again, the client wanted the open bathroom feel towards your bedroom, but still being able to maintain the privacy within the room. So these slightly Japanese look screens we've integrated just as a separating element. So lots of natural woods and finishes in the bathroom, so it creates quite a nice formal look, and the white sanitary ware actually jumps out of the picture as you can see. So leading off towards your So once again, we've utilized the same effect with the windows at the top, so you can get maximum benefit of the cupboard space inside the room, so that it doesn't take up any of your space with the window or wall space. And then just to separate this area, we have got the sliding screens just in the same finishes as the rest of the screens. So, as our main bedroom is in our primary position for the view, etc., it is situated right on the corner of the residence on the far western side, and you can see the doors that can open up here once again, so that we can get this completely open feel, and one can then link the space then directly to the outside, and the doors open in both directions.
Time this right.
Absolutely
this is exactly
beautiful.
Why they wanted it this way.
Sure, it is absolutely stunning today. And so from here you can see the rocks that we've built on at the bottom here, and then the integration of the swimming pool and your entertainment spaces along this edge here, and which was part of the issue here. We've got very little garden space in this area, so the garden is more compact, very maintenance free, and very natural looking, as you saw as we came in from the bottom area. Everything is nice and open, and it gives you that very inviting look. Dealing with this particular stand and the challenges that it had to offer, we actually came up with such nice concepts on the stand that I think we've created something which is very unique, and it's a one of a kind in this area, in the way that we have perched it on the rock, integrating it but still keeping it separate from the rock, bringing the natural materials into the house, keeping the modern lines, trying to soften the lines a little bit with the angles, so it gives it the distinctly modern feel, which will not date very easily.
Perfect. Francois, I think there's no doubt about it. This is probably one of your your top work, because this wasn't the easiest feat to put this together, given the brief of the clients, and yet I think I can probably say together with the audience that this is one heck of a masterpiece.
Thank you very much.
So guys, any questions, any comments you have for Francois, make sure to reach out either to the details that I'm going to leave below this video, or directly to me, and we'll make sure that Francois and his team gets back to you. Thanks very much, and have a great afternoon.